All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cardano Community Podcast. Your host, Denisio Bernay, Stake Pool WEQNT. I just gonna wait a few seconds until we have some joiners. Today, I actually just want to speak about a tweet that I saw recently, and that actually kind of got me upset. And it's actually about an influencer, who went on a podcast and started to bash on Cardano. And that really got me fed up. It got me angry, and that's what today, this short episode is actually about. So, um, have a look with me here. Okay, we have some joiners. Welcome if you're joining. Thank you for joining in today. It's going to be a short one, but a very important one to me because we have some influencers who goes on YouTube podcast and start bashing Cardano. Uh, I disapprove of that. There's no foundation, that these people have, to base their claims. So let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at the clip. Pull this up here. Listen to the clip. Oh, by the way, if you're in the chat, let me know if you can hear the clip, please.
Basically, I just don't have any reason to give it the benefit of the doubt on any of the things on its roadmap. Like, I don't see why it deserves that benefit of the doubt. And I think your point that everything else is also betting on the future is not, if you compare it to other chains that aim to be a better Ethereum, they deliver more content and application. They ship more real stuff and they're at lower valuations. That's why I pick Cardano. Take Cosmos. Cosmos is a, call it, next third generation protocol that's supposed to be solving many of the problems in Ethereum. Cosmos has real users. Cosmos has entire other blockchains built based on that protocol. Where is Cosmos in the list? It's number 29 on market cap with a valuation of about $5 million. It's worth like 1/7 of Cardano. So, like, why do I pick on Cardano? Because it shipped practically nothing, and it is like 5-10x more valuable than other blockchains that have arguably very similar characteristics and similar kind of problems to be solved with real adoption. Rune is built on Cosmos, Terra is built on Cosmos. Like, if I talk about Cosmos, no one's badgering me about Cosmos. But Cardano, like, and part of the reason is there's a whole legion of Cardano fanboys on Twitter just pumping the price. Charles Hoskinson might have said, "Oh, it's too expensive, it should calm down," but they're not calming down. Like, to them, Cardano is there to get to the moon ticket. And yeah, I know this is a mentality for Ripple, for Dogecoin, for everything, but those are not serious projects. Cardano builds itself as a serious project. So if you're going to be serious, then I'm going to like examine you more severely than Doge. I never commented on Doge. I don't care. I get it. It's a meme coin. Like, the fact that it goes up is funny. But Cardano is not trying to be funny. Cardano thinks it's actually serious. So deliver me some smart contracts. Give me something other than New Balance shoes.
Okay, so clearly he has issues with the fact that Cardano at this point does not have any smart contracts on mainnet. I mean, yeah, uh, this guy clearly did not do his research. What about the Plutus playground? Developers can actually start playing around with the smart contracts, on Cardano, see how the code works, etc. So what is he talking about? He just means, hey, okay, there is no smart contracts on mainnet. Okay, first, he calls me a fanboy, right? Uh, call me whatever you want. The thing is, right? Check this out. I'm gonna show you. Share my screen with you again. Cardano has actually, produced in total 102 academic papers, research papers, all blockchain related. So let's say all of the commonly known issues, that many blockchains actually face, the researchers at Input Output Hong Kong, IOHK, to be Input Output Global, IOG, those researchers, those um, the professors, all of those different universities, these people have put in so many hours, countless times, has written, you see it here for yourself, 102 papers, right? And they have addressed many of the known issues in blockchain. Okay, so what does that do? What is the point of um, writing all of these academic papers? Okay, first of all, you don't you want, when you build a platform, if you are planning on uh, if you're saying that you're aiming to be to develop the a world financial operating system, that you have to do it responsibly. You cannot do it in the way Ethereum did it, when in fact this guy here seems to be giving Ethereum a lot of credit, right? You cannot do it in the way Cosmos is doing this, right? Where are the academic papers? So tell me, you build a platform, okay? Nice, you have a white paper. You have very clever people who can write code, and they understand how it works. But is your platform really grounded and based on academic principles? So you have to ask yourself, secondly, okay, so we have all of these academic papers, right? We have people who put in their life's work to not only write the papers but also send them off, submit them to all of these different conferences where we have these cryptographers challenging their researchers and commenting on their work, challenging them again to make sure that they improve their writing or their research. And once all of that's done and they get the sign off, this is all, let's say, uh, implemented into code. Not a very easy process, I was told. First of all, what that does is it increases trust in your blockchain, in your project. Secondly, the credibility, of your blockchain is on the line. If you don't actually have anything that you can base your code, your platform on. I don't think, I mean, we are past the age where you can just bring in clever people who can program. We're past that age. We need now real stuff. We need people who understands exactly what they're doing. We need people who can base their work on academic proof. Because the thing is, if you want to build let's say an operating system, financial operating system that's capable of catering to millions, hundreds of millions, and possibly even billions of people, it has to have some sort of basis. It has to have some sort of a foundation. It have to have some proof, in the academic sphere, that that allows the people, uh, to have a level of trust that if they're placing their, let's say, finances or whatever on your blockchain, that is backed, it's backed with some sort of proof. And that's what we have here with Cardano. you know Secondly, if this guy, I mean, if this guy had done his research, he would have known, that the research papers uh, that IOHK have written, and to be implemented on the Cardano blockchain. you know Check here, as Crypto Slate wrote, very great. I mean, Crypto Slate, this is um, a journalistic platform, blockchain journalistic platform. These guys does outstanding work, in writing these type of papers, doing their research. Here, Cardano's Ouroboros paper is the second most cited academic paper about cryptocurrencies and blockchain. Ouroboros, a probably secure proof of stake blockchain protocol, has made it to the top most cited security papers list. Okay, you tell me. This guy seems to believe. I mean, look, wait a second, wait a second. Before we actually go any further, listen to what he has to say here. Hold on, hold on.
But those are not serious projects. Cardano builds itself as a serious project. So if you're going to be serious, then I'm going to examine you more severely.
I'm going to examine you more severely. I rarely swear, but forgive me for saying this. That's bullshit. This guy did not research Cardano. If he had done a real research on Cardano, he would have known, okay, wow, okay, there is no smart contracts, but there is a Pluto's playground giving developers, the chance to actually play around with the code before it's actually shipped to mainnet. Giving the developers a chance to actually see how the code actually reacts. Yeah. So again, it's all about developing in a responsible way, right? And making sure that whatever you do, it increases not only the credibility and trust for your own blockchain, but for blockchain in general. So basically, what's how IOHK is developing Cardano is going to benefit the whole ecosystem in general, and not only Cardano, but it's going to benefit many others. So where the others failed to actually do the research, here we have a blockchain that has its foundation rooted in the academic sphere. So when this guy say that, if you're gonna be a serious, if you're gonna say that you're a serious blockchain, then hey, I'm gonna examine you more severely, right? He is not examining anything about Cardano. He just has this opinion and he wants to voice it, on this podcast show, as an influencer. And a lot of people listen to him, but no one really do the research. No one really takes the time to go out there to read about and to check to see what is Cardano really about, who are the developing companies behind Cardano? What are they actually doing? What have they been doing? Okay, so then we have another website here who seems to have picked up on the news. I mean, it's all over the internet. Cardano's Ubor's paper made it to most cited security papers list. Apparently there's a list, you know, with all of that showing you where which papers are the most cited in the whole blockchain and cryptocurrency sphere. Okay, just to read a little piece here. Cardano's Ouroboros paper, dubbed a probably secure proof of stake blockchain protocol, made it to the most cited security papers list on the Google Scholar platform. The paper outlines the proof of stake mechanism which underlines Cardano and became the second most cited paper in the cryptocurrencies with 183 citations. As we read, as we read more in the latest Cardano news today. Okay, uh, this is an article. It's not the most recent article, but guess what? Anyone could do this search on the internet and find that information. So I asked myself, if I can do a simple search on the internet and find all of this information, why couldn't this guy here actually do the same? And yeah, be a bit more reserved with his comment on Cardano that they have not really shipped anything. If you're purely basing your opinion on Cardano not having a smart contract on the platform, then that's really shallow. It's shallow. I wouldn't want to have these type of people on my platform, on my podcast. Definitely not, because this is not for whom is this beneficial? It's not beneficial to Cardano. It's not beneficial to the whole ecosystem, a blockchain ecosystem in general. To have these type of people come down and say, "Hey, yeah." Basically, he's saying, "Yeah, but all of those research papers that Cardano did, they don't count for anything." You know, I mean, the fact that we have countries who actually see huge value in the approach and how this platform is being developed. I mean, we have Ethiopia, the big news last week. Come on, we have Georgia, and many, many more who you have not even yet heard of. And again, uh, let me remind you, you should go back to the Davos event last year. I think it was last year or the year before, right? There were actually a couple more MOUs signed that came forth from that from the Davos conference. I mean, the fact that we haven't heard anything about those doesn't mean that they're still not in the pipeline. And this is what you achieve when people see that you're building a platform based on real research, scientific evidence. You can actually show people that what we are building is not just bringing in clever people, like Vitalik or whoever, you know, because they understand how to program and they have a level of intellect, you know what I mean, to get this done. Nah, nah. Again, if you really want to go for number one, you have to make sure that you're doing that you're developing your platform the right way. Make sure you follow the right route. There's no, I mean, it's not for nothing that Ethereum is going to F 2.0. Think about it. Anyhow, I just wanted to do this short video and comment on this, yeah, tweet, or this influencer who went on his podcast to comment on Cardano and says that we haven't shipped anything. I mean, yeah, clearly it's someone who did not do his research on Cardano, who does not know what Cardano stands for, and is just a blind bat, just looking at one thing and saying, "Oh wow, you know, uh, Cardano does not have any smart contract platform. Give me something more than just the New Balance deal." Man, s- tired of these blind bats. Anyhow, thanks for joining. And if you have any comments, sure, let me know. Um, yeah, if you disagree, if you agree with me or you disagree with whatever I say, you comment and you know let me know in the comments. I Yeah, but for sure I stand my ground. You can show me any other blockchain platform that have produced the amount of academic research papers as input output Hong Kong for Cardano. Um, Probably I'll eat my shoe. Show me any other blockchain platform that have actually of whose papers have been cited as more than that of Cardano's, or let's say input output Hong Kong IOG. Show me. Anyway, thanks again for joining in, and until next time, take care. God bless.